Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
In this video, we will be removing and installing a rear window motor in a 2008 Subaru Outback. Now we're going to take this driver's rear door panel off. We're going to start by pulling this panel off. Take a flat blade tool. There we go. There's 3 clips right there. Hold it on. Next, we're going to pull this one off. We're going to pry it down a little bit. There's a little tab right there. And then it pulls out straight and up. Next, we're going to use a Phillips head screwdriver to pull these 3 screws out. Start with this bottom one. Pull this last screw out. Next, we're going to use some of our trim tools. We sell these at 1aauto.com. I'm going to grab it from the inside. And there's push pins. So we're going to push it, use the trim tools to pry the push pins out. Pull up on the door panel. Next, we're going to disconnect this connector. This is a little push lock. Push down on the lock and it pulls right out. We're going to disconnect the cables that go to the inner door latch and lock. So there's a cover right here. You're going to pull up on the cover. We're going to grab the lower cable and pull it out. Twist and pull that ball out. We're going to do the same for the other. Twist and pull that ball out. Now the door panel's ready to just come off. We're going to take this vapor barrier off. You can peel it. You can use a razor blade. Cut some of this sticky stuff. Sometimes they call this butyl tape. This one. Take this speaker screw out. That'll peel. Oh. We need to reconnect our window switch. So we connected that. You turn the key on because we're going to bring our window down because there's some nuts we have to get right in there. You want it lined up with this hole and right there. So that's good. We'll disconnect the door panel again, the window switch again. Right, before we go any further, we'll disconnect the window switch, the lock right here. Pull that out. We're going to take a 10mm socket, take these 2 guides out. This guide. We're gonna take this off with a little trim tool. There, and then over here too. Pop it back. There's a Phillips head screw there. There's one over here. I'm gonna take that trim piece off. Take that screw out. I'm gonna grab this trim and pull it up. There we go. Okay, so you're gonna wanna take these felt pieces out. You're gonna use a little pick. These are guides. You're just gonna push on this little lock here. It'll come out, and then there's a little lock on the other side. Push that out. And then same with this side. Push this guide here. And then same with the other side. Those come out. Take these window nuts out. It's a good idea when you do this to have someone hold the window for you. Take the nuts out so it doesn't fall. Pull the regulator off. Now we're going to pull out our window. You're going to pull it straight up. You're going to have to tip it back slightly. Over here on this side, there's a lock that stops the window from going too high. You're going to guide it past that. And then once you do that, window, slide it back a little bit. And as you can see, this is a little wider. You're gonna want it right there. This part that's wider, you're gonna want it right there. We're gonna take these two nuts out. Then we're going to take these 4 10mm bolts. This one we're going to leave in. We'll just loosen it. Loosen that one up a little bit. Then you're going to slide those studs out. Pull up on the regulator. Don't get your fingers caught. Slide it up here. Slide it out that way. All right, this one we're gonna remove the motor from the regulator. This one is not spring loaded, so it's not a potential hazard pulling this off. Should just pull off without kicking back or anything. You still want to keep in mind, keep your fingers away from the teeth when pulling the motor off. Something could spring. So we'll take these bolts out. These bolts are really, these Phillips head screws are really tough to get out, so I'll take a screwdriver, keeping your hands away from that area. Just pry the motor off. And as you can see, it's not spring loaded, so we're all set. Install our motor. Get it lined back into the regulator. Install the Phillips head screws. All right, I'll tighten these up. All right, good. I'll go reinstall it into the car. I'll take our regulator, gonna fish it up in here. Now, this wire harness is gonna come through this hole, so we're gonna wanna try to get that through there. This might be a little easier if we pulled the speaker out to do this. You can fish it in there a little better. Pull that harness through. Get that 10mm bolt through there. Get those studs through there. Take our 10mm bolts and put them in. Just get them all started. And we'll tighten them up all together. Put our nuts on. Snug all these down. Now, this nut, there's a slot, so we're gonna snug this one down. And then you want this one to get tightened down where the old one was. So you can see where the paint indicates where the nut was. So tighten that down right there. Now we're gonna slip the glass in. I'm gonna stick that right in that wide gap right there. Then there's a wide gap right here. And then there's a channel. You gotta tip it back slightly, get it in the channel. And the front one's gonna get stuck on the lock, so you tip it back just a little bit more, and you can get it past the lock. And you can get the front part in the channel as well. Now bring it down here, down to our regulator, and you can line the studs up. Stick the stud in there. Stick this stud in here. Push it down. And we can take our regulator nuts and put those on. Get that on. Use a ratchet to tighten it down. I'm going to reinstall these felt strips. Come up here, get it lined up. Line those up, then push down. We'll reinstall the outer window trim. Push it down. Then you're going to take your Phillips head screw, install that into the molding. Then you're going to take your other Phillips head screw, stick that on the front one. Now we'll take our inside window guides, put these bolts in. Do the same right here. Snug those up. We're gonna put this rubber piece back in. Push the push pin down. Same with this one. I'm gonna re-hook up our left rear window switch, and we're gonna test it. We turn the key on, make sure that the window is in its tracks and everything works. Start by going down, and that's as far as it goes. And we'll go up. That looks good. You can see it's all lined up where it was before. Perfect. We're gonna put our vapor barrier back on. We'll take these cables, fish them through there. We'll start in the back here, the corner. And that's all set. Now we're going to reinstall. We're going to start with the cables. You're going to start with the small one. This one's actually the lock. Get that ball in and then through the slot. And we're going to slide that down the slot. And we're going to take this other ball. This is for the handle part. Put it in that hole. Slide this down that slot. Sometimes you gotta wiggle it a little bit. There you go. And you can put the cover down. Next we're gonna take that connector for the window switch, and we're gonna slide it in, lock it in. You're gonna slide this groove up top near the window first. Push it down and line these clips in. Give it a little push. Next we're gonna insert these Phillips head screws with our Phillips head screwdriver. Next one. And the last one. Next we're going to put this trim piece on. Line it up down below. Just push. Next we're going to install this trim piece. Get it lined up. And push so it locks in place.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.